Thank you so much for being here.
My name is Aza.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of Art Asset Class. We talk about the intersection of art, culture, and business. From lover to buyer is all about how do you convert enthusiasm into confidence.
The vision behind Art Asset Class is where art in all its forms, from film to music to collectibles to fine art, is at the center of the conversation.
This performance began from my own memory. Mirror invites us to look into those reflections.
We're going to start with the collective experience, curated by performance artist Bongsu Park, exceptional multidisciplinary artist. It's called Mirror. This is the only buyer-focused event in the art market. And what I mean by that, it's the only event that bridges that gap in education and information and makes people feel welcome to want to learn more. It's a new concept in many ways, so it's hard to explain, but once people experience it, they get it.
So my next guest is Anders Petterson.
One of the most respected voices in the industry, Anders Petterson. He's the founder of ArtTactic. We're going to go into the other side of it, and we're going to talk about art as an asset class.
I think asset class a little bit sets an expectation of investment comes straight into your mind. And I think what has happened, particularly in the last 10 years, is that investment is equal to speculation and short term.
Investment is just a really, really dirty word in the art world.
Everything has been now pegged up onto a level where I think we're alienating the next generation of buyers.
What we do is curate events in different formats: salons, masterclasses, and experiences. Today, we're at St Pancras Hotel, and we're hosting an event that's a complement to the London Art Week. This is a new series that we launched in New York, titled From Lover to Buyer, and the idea here is to explore the journey of how does one go from enthusiasm into confidence.
I am a third generation art practitioner, so my grandmother ran a gallery, my father was an art critic, and I was banned from being an artist.
A conversation with two gallery owners, Valerie Kabov from Zimbabwe and David Gryn from Clerkenwell.
While we're talking about art as an asset class, the real value that underpins the asset is the intangible, and that is love.
And the conversation there, it's about how galleries today are reflecting the changing paradigm of the market.
We've sort of set up this gallery in a sense, even thinking about, lover to buyer, the word love always comes in my head. I think most things done properly, from even business to the arts, has a sense of love from the people who set things up.
Our audience has three things in common. The first is they are very intentional in their choices and in their time. Time is the most valuable commodity to them. The second is they have the curiosity to keep learning. And the third, they either have access to capital or have had professional success and have the power to create green lights for people.
I'm Kimberly Bradley. I'm an art critic, and I will be talking to artist Kreyn.
I spent the first 10 years of my career really inspired by the old masters in painting the figure. I think I was working in a way that was sort of too classical for the contemporary world and too academic for the academic world, and I was sandwiched in between.
Next, we have Maria Kreyn, a New York-based artist. She, to me, is a definition of a cultural entrepreneur.
In the era of the entrepreneur, I think we're going to see a lot of hybrid models. The best text message that you can receive as an artist is, "Hello, I haven't heard from you in a while. What do you have? I want to make sure I'm buying something from you every year."
So I'm fascinated by this conversation of building legacies, and I'd love to talk to you about it.
Col Rockefeller, sixth-generation philanthropist and entrepreneur as well. Our conversation is titled Building Legacies. Her mission is all about educating women and how to support women artists.
In the market, 3% of the auction market is women artists, but also in our institutions, 15% of our major U.S. museum collections are works by women artists. And the solution that I've come up with is to inspire and teach a generation of women to enter the art market as new collectors and as champions and supporters of women artists.
Following that, Kimberly is speaking to artist John Gerrard.
When we both lived in Vienna, a magazine sent me to you, to a studio where 2 or 3 of your programmers were working on pieces that we can see on the screen.
John is a visionary in simulation art, and the conversation is about how technology is changing the traditional model.
Technology is transforming politics, transforming economies, transforming consciousness. Like, it is a big deal. I thought that contemporary art and digital art were going to just kind of align and merge. And actually, I'm hearing people talking about contemporary art as one thing and digital art as another thing.
I want people leaving feeling like they've learned something and they met someone. I want them to leave with some sort of perception-shifting thought. I'd like to think of art as an essential human experience and our company as a global connector.